Shit, I forgot a book. Hey guys, it's Daniel. So, today I have makeup on. Do I look nice? No, I don't. I look gross, but intentionally gross, so aesthetic. I'm recording on a camera today, not my phone. How great will it be for me to actually be looking at the camera and not at my reflection? Legendary. A concept. A mind blown, okay? Today, I have for you a book called... Now I know, it is not even the last week of July yet, but for the last week of July, I will be participating in the Booktubeathon, which is basically, if you don't know what Booktube is a community of YouTubers who read books, and their YouTube channels are all about their books, and I love Booktube. It is so pure, and it is so nice, and it's such a great community, and I love it, and I have found a lot of amazing books through Booktube, and I just find Booktube to be so fun and so inclusive and just so nice, because who doesn't love books? And the readathon is when all of the booktubers, or, you know, everyone who wants to participate, those who watch Booktube, those who make videos for Booktube, and anyone else, you know, anyone can participate, absolutely anyone. And it's for this entire week. We try and read as many books as we can, and there's like these reading challenges, and it's just a whole book. It's a whole week of community reading, and it's so great. It's so good. It's so pure, and I am super excited. This is my first time participating in a readathon of any sort, and to have it be Booktubeathon is really awesome, and I am so excited. And I will have my TBR, that's my to be read pile, for Booktubeathon in a separate video talking about the different challenges and what I'm going to be doing for Booktubeathon. But this video is all about the books that I bought this month. I bought a lot of books. I have a problem. The problem is I bought most of these books in the span of about a week, which is bad. It's not good. I spent a lot of money, and I just couldn't help myself. 2 of them were gifted to me, but only 2. The rest of them were my money. So without further ado, let's get into this aggressively long book haul, shall we? And just a heads up, this is in no particular order. I'm not showing them in the order that I bought them or whatever. This is just what happens to be first on the pile that I pick up, you know what I'm saying? So first is Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. This is the first book in the Vampire Chronicles trilogy, I think it is. And I picked it up quite a while ago, and I read the first 50 pages, and it hasn't been doing it for me. I don't know what it is. I find that the storytelling method is really interesting. The fact that we're learning about the story and this character through an interview, and it is just him talking. It's not like a flashback or anything. It's really cool, and I really like that, and I really like the story. I don't know, I guess just something about her writing style. I expected something more, and I didn't get that. It feels very, like, middle grade young adult, even though I know that it absolutely is not, because it's very erotic. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to finish it, and I feel really bad about it, but maybe I'll take a break and pick it up another time, because it's just not doing anything for me right now. Sorry, Anne Rice. Next book is one of the pocket poetry series, Howl and Other Poems by Allen Ginsberg. This is like number 4 or whatever. I'm sure there are like a bunch of these. This is just the only one that they had at Barnes & Noble's at the time when I was there. And I love Allen Ginsberg. He is my favorite poet. I love him very much. So, picked it up. And I am just super excited to read it. I read the first poem in this book last night, and of course I loved it. Of course, it was great. I loved it. I love Allen Ginsberg. He is my dad. Next is another small one. This is the Gashly Crumb Tinnies by Edward Gorey. Edward Gorey is one of my favorite illustrators. He is awesome. He makes like children's books, but like super morbid, like dark children's books, which is like the aesthetic. And like this one is like an alphabet book. So let me read you like the first, like A, B, and C. A is for Amy, who fell down the stairs. Now, like, just, that's so aesthetic. And his shading and everything, I'm not sure how well you can see or how well the, I don't know, zoom or anything. I can't because there's no screen for me to flip out, but I don't know how well you can see that. But just the shading and the way that he uses lines to shade, I think is really interesting. And I love his drawings for people. B is for Basil, assaulted by bears. That's just, look at the bears. I just love his backgrounds with all the lines and everything. I just love his use of lines in his artwork. So I picked this up, super excited to read it. I have actually read it before, but I don't own an actual copy. So, super excited to have a possession and read it again. Next book is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I have heard about this book for a very long time. People loved it. People thought it was great. Never picked it up. Never picked it up. I have a fear of young adult fantasy novels, especially young adult fantasy series. I have a fear. I don't know what the fear is. I guess the fear is like I look at a series and I'm like, wow, that's a big series. I don't have the time. What if I don't like it? That's a big book. What if it's too simple for my pretentious, educated mind? That is a dumb fear. So I picked it up. It's about the premise, to what I understand. I haven't read actually the back yet, but what I keep hearing about online is that basically it's a world where there's a wall, and one side is humans and the other side are monsters, and monsters are formed from your bad deeds. And like that concept, that alone was like good. I'm pretty sure this is a duology. I think there's only 2 books in this series, or like it's only 2 books that have come out thus far. I don't know. I heard monsters formed from bad deeds, humans, wall, and I said, good, and picked up the book. So I'm excited to read it. Next is the light novel for Your Name by Makoto Shinkai. I loved Your Name. I watched it. I sobbed like a baby with the rest of my friends in some indie movie theater in Asheville, North Carolina, and we sobbed. And it was amazing, and it's perfect, and it's beautiful. So when I saw this, I said, ooh, it's beautiful. The aesthetic is so nice. I love this cover. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It's like the size of the book and the cover and the colors, and I don't know what it is, but I am so absolutely in love with the aesthetic of this book. I just love it. I read a little bit of it. Not impressed. Only because light novels are by definition, middle grade novels, adapted from a manga or an anime, and it's like, it was a manga or an anime first, and then it was made into a novel, so naturally it's gonna be not as good. And then you have the translation barrier, things don't get translated right, and so then things can come out a little bit weirder, it's just not the same. And so every now and then there will be like a super beautiful line, but the rest of the time I found it to be but yeah, good. I'm excited to have it on my shelf. I'm excited just to look at it. It's so pretty. Carry On by Rainbow Well. I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of opinions about this book, and I'm not going to go into it. I read it. I finished it in 2 days. Carry On by Rainbow Well. Illumine. I don't know what the name of the series is, but people have been raving about it. BookTube said it was great, so I picked it up. I heard that it was crazy plot heavy, and I love plot heavy things. I love plot twists more than life itself. I want my life to be a giant plot twist. And I heard that this is like the plot twist. Plot roller coaster. And that sounded like a great time. I thought that the format in which the story is told was really cool. And so, picked it up. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Aller. That is a Hispanic last name, and I am a white person. I lived in El Paso for like 3 years, still not, I can't pronounce Spanish names, Spanish things, I can't, I am the absolute worst. I am the whitest person ever. Anyways, this story is about two boys, 15 years old, they're living in El Paso, Texas, and it's just about life and family, and it's a coming-of-age novel, and it sounded so sweet and so pure. I felt really connected to these boys just because, you know, I spent the summer of my 15th year of life, the summer between freshman and sophomore year, I was 15, and I spent it in El Paso, Texas, so, you know, just reading about summer in El Paso just brings me straight back. And that feels really nice, and it's just beautifully written, and it's a great story from what I've read so far, and I can't wait to keep reading it. Caroline, oh my god, someone shoot me. Coraline, by Neil Gaiman. Love the movie? Love Neil Gaiman? Picked it up. If you don't know what Coraline is about, shame on you. Where have you been? Where were you? It was like the claymation movie of like 2000 and something. I don't remember how old I was when it came out, but it scared the shit out of me. But now I love it. It's great, and it's got illustrations in it. Let me see if I can find some cool ones. Oh, where's the one I saw? Yes! Look at that! Oh my god, I don't even know if you can see it, but like, wow. Wow. I love some of these illustrations. I'm gonna have to find out who the illustrator is for this book because I love it. It's very similar to Edward Gorey, the use of lines as a means of shading and stuff. So excited. I'm gonna introduce these next two books together because obvious reasons. This is books 1 and 2 in the Harry Potter series. I am collecting the new editions or whatever, where the spine forms Hogwarts. I don't have the money to buy it all in one go, so naturally I'm gonna, buy a couple books at a time, probably like 2 at a time until I complete the series. But pick these bad boys up because I don't own my own copies of the Harry Potter books. I read my mom's. And in fact, I don't even think I actually read the last book. I am like a Harry Potter fake fan. I'm obsessed, but I don't ever think I finished the series. So, I'm rectifying that. I'm working on it. This book was gifted to me by my very good buddy Ellis, who was in my Anime Blues Con vlog. This is He Dead by Mark Twain. It is a play. Ooh, that air. It's a play written by Mark Twain at the time of his life where he was just coming out of a really deep depression. His daughter had died and he was going into some financial debt, and it was a really rough time in his life, and you can see from the other works, like the novels he wrote during that time period, were very morbid and lacked a lot of his usual humor. And this is him finally getting his what's the word? He's recovering. He's getting better. He sure is. And this is hilarious. It's so funny. Let me see if I can find a funny line for you from this beginning. Somebody, as an insult, said, "You pretzel." That was enough. I am very simple, and so, pretzel had me dying, laughing. I couldn't handle it. Or there's an exchange between an artist and the artist lover. Marie, she says, "Oh, Francois, it's your greatest yet. It's a masterpiece," talking about his painting. And Millet says, "I hope not. It'll never sell." so funny. Oh my god. I lost it. I'm loving this. So excited to finish it. Next book I picked up, and I don't know if I will ever finish it ever. And that makes me sad, because it was really good when I read of it. This is The Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent by Marie Brennan. Now, what drew me into this book was the summary on the back. Basically, she studies dragons, as you can see by the cover. She studies dragons, and this is her memoir because apparently she did a lot of really cool stuff and discovered a lot of things. And so people are writing her all the time and are like, blah, 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 I want to know about all your adventures. And so she writes a memoir, and that's what this is. And I just thought that was so cool. That this is the book of this entire book is a memoir of someone who studied dragons, and I just think that's awesome. I also just loved the text. It's not black, it's a light brown, and I'm not sure if that shows up on camera, but it's a light brown, and I thought that was so just very aesthetic. And I read the first 25 pages sitting in a coffee shop, and I liked what I read. It was really cool. Really well done, and so I hope to pick it up, but I hope to pick it back up again someday, but probably not right now, if I'm being realistic. Last on my list was also gifted to me by my friend Ellis, and that is Hamilton and Philosophy, Revolutionary Thinking, edited by Aaron Rabinowitz and Robert Asp. Asp? I think it's Asp. But it's basically, from what I can tell, a bunch of essays by different people talking about Hamilton and philosophy. Like, the first essay was I, Hamilton, Confessions of a $10 Bill. And it's like the first bit of this essay is all about like the movement of a $10 bill through life and the philosophy of money and how money. Here's a sentence that I thought was really like a good summary. The philosophy of money changed from being backed up by gold to full faith and credit in the U.S. Just essentially what it is. So it's, talking about the philosophy of money and the idea of money and revolution and all of that. And I love philosophy, I love Hamilton, and I love essays. So, thank you, Ellis. Good. So that is it. That is my entire book haul. How many books is that? I don't even know. That's 14 books. I got 14 books. 14 books. 14 books. 14 books. I got 14 books this month. Somebody needs to stop me. Someone needs to hold me back. It's too much, Medea. It's too much. Anyway, so I hope you liked that book haul. I hope it was entertaining. If not, whatever. And make sure to go watch my readathon TBR. I am so excited for the readathon. If I have interested you in the readathon and you're going to go check it out, you should totally hit the like button. And if you have read any of these books, comment down below. Which books have you read? Did you like them? Which books have you not read? Do you want to read any of the ones in my pile? Just go talking about books in the comment section. All 11 of you subscribers that I have. Just talk about your books, even though you could just text me and be done with it that way. And if you're feeling extra cute today, like I am, even though I don't look cute, I don't feel cute. I feel fine as hell. I feel good. If you feel good today, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. You can come hang out with me and see more of this. And you can come hear me give more unpopular opinions about things other than books. It's good shit. It is a good time. So yes, I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. I told you to do all those things already, but just a reminder. Go ahead and do them. Anyways, do them again. Double like it. Can you do that? I don't even know. I'm going off tangents. I digress. I love you. Thank you for watching. Come back. See me again and go check out my readathon TBR. Okay, bye!